Hi everyone, and thank you very much for joining me in this tutorial. So here I'm going to show you this full stack React and Django based application wherein we have used React for developing this beautiful front end, and in the back end we are using Django. Right, so how this application works, how it can help a person in detecting whether news is true or false, that's what we are going to see in this tutorial. So stay tuned with me and let's check out the functionality of this application. So I'm going to first take you to the coding section where I have two servers started. Right, this is my React server and this is the Django server. So I'm going to first shut down this Django server, and now if I come here on this application and give it a refresh, it will stop showing me the news. Right, why? Because the API through which it is hitting this Postgres database in which I've stored all the news is now not working. Right. So what happens is the moment I will start the Django server, automatically, it will establish a connection between the front end and this Postgres database in which all our, news data is stored. Okay, so you can see that there is image link also with the, each of this news that we have there in the Postgres SQL database. Right, and this is what we can see over here. So in real time, we can see the data coming over here, and this is how the news, comes on the front end, and we can see it. We can see that there are two different tags here on the portal, one which says predicted as real news and the other which says predicted as fake news. Right, now why it is saying that it's a fake news and why it is saying that it's a real news, it's because we are passing boolean parameters with each of the news. Right, for example, if we talk about this news, right, let me just copy it first. So if I talk about this news, the Boolean parameter attached with this one for prediction is true, right? So here, if I come on, the portal, as you can see, I have copied and pasted the news title over here, and here we can see that with this, the tag is predicted as real news. It's because the Boolean variable for the prediction field is true for this news. Right, so that's the concept which has been used for making the application, and as I've already told you, React is there on the front end, and the back end, it is hitting the Django for pulling the resources from this Postgres database. And how it is happening, this Django application is connected with the Postgres database. So that these are the parameters we are using for connecting it to the Postgres database, and then through the API, it is pulling the records and then it is giving it to the React application. And React on this particular node 3000 code, it is listening to all the data which Django is passing to it, and then it is showing it to us like this. Okay, now we have something called check news by title over here. Let's see what we can do here. So I'm going to come here. So we have a text area wherein we can, simply copy and paste the whole news like this. Okay, so I'm just copying it. I'm going to paste it over here. Let's see what happens if I click on check. So it has predicted the news as real news. So you can see the animation thing also going over here, right? If I bring my mouse on top of it, it will stop. And if I'll remove it, so this is how, this animation works. Now let's go to some other news. Let's take this one into consideration, and I'm going to copy it and simply paste it over here. So check, and this is also a real news. Great. Let's copy something for which we have prediction as false. So I'm going to copy this one now. Okay, and let's just paste it over here and see what's going to happen when we'll click this check button. so predicted as fake news. So it's a very basic full stack application which helps us in detecting whether particular news is real or fake. And you can, with the help of this application, learn the concept of full stack development, right? You can learn how React works, how Django works, and how they can be connected to each other. So let me just show you the connection over here. So we have this index.js file, right, which is rendering the application. We have a components named folder also present over here. If you know the structure of React, then you should know about these basic things, right? So we have this news quiz .js in which we are using some parameters like ID, news title, news description, label. And then as you can see over here, we are using the API of Django, right? And we are passing the response to the Django. Okay, that's how the things are going here. We have used the use effect hook here, right, for initializing the quiz data. Then we are using the response, and we are showing it to the user. Sorry, we are not sending the response, but we are just pulling the records from this particular API. So it's a very simple thing. There is nothing hard in it. Okay, if I talk about this component also, here also you can see we have used the Django's API, but here the link has changed. Okay, in the home we are pulling the records from the live API, and when it comes to news quiz, we have changed the API to something called quiz. Now why we are changing this API, let me just show that also to you. So if I come here in the fake news detectors urls.py. So we have this API, right? And we have linked the core.routers, okay, with this API to Django. Now, where is that core? So this is the core, and then we have this routers over here. So we have different, routes that we have defined in our Django application, and that's what we are using for passing the data to different components of React. Okay, it's a very basic thing. I think you are all able to understand it. In case you are not, then you can comment in the description section. You can put your feedback and share your comments. You can share your thoughts in the description section, and I will be happy to help you in case you have any queries. Besides that, if you want to learn to build these amazing kind of applications, you can contact me on my number, which is getting reflected on your screen. I'll be happy to help you guys out with everything you require for developing these kind of things. And if you have a project to develop and you want my help in that, I will be happy to do that also for you. Thank you very much for being there with me in this tutorial. I take care and have a great day ahead, guys.